The day my husband fired our old janitor, I thought it was just another Monday. 3 days later, the FBI raided our company. And the first person they arrested was my husband. My name is Olivia Brooks. For 12 years, I believed I was married to one of the most respected CEOs in California. Nathan Brooks had built Brooks Dynamics into one of the fastest-growing cybersecurity companies in San Diego. People admired him. Employees feared him. And I believed every word he said. Until the morning everything fell apart. It started with a staff meeting. More than 200 employees filled the auditorium. Nathan stood on stage, smiling as he announced another record-breaking quarter. Everyone applauded. Then his smile disappeared. "Before we finish," he said, "there's one more issue." He looked toward the back of the room. "You." An elderly janitor slowly looked up from his cleaning cart. His name was Walter. He had worked in the building longer than anyone else. Nearly 20 years. Everyone knew him. He remembered birthdays. He fixed broken coffee machines. He always carried candy in his pocket for employees' children. Nathan pointed at him. "Come here." The room became quiet. Walter parked his cart and slowly walked toward the stage. He looked confused. "Is something wrong, sir?" Nathan crossed his arms. "You've become a liability." Walter blinked. "I don't understand." "You've been entering executive offices after business hours. I clean them every night. You've also been asking employees questions." Walter smiled politely. "I like talking to people." Nathan wasn't smiling. Security reviewed the cameras. "You spend too much time where you don't belong." The audience shifted uncomfortably. Nobody spoke. Walter lowered his eyes. "If I've done something wrong." "You have." Nathan interrupted him. "You're fired." A few people gasped. Walter looked genuinely shocked. "After 20 years?" Nathan nodded toward security. "Escort him out." 2 security guards approached. I stood up immediately. "Nathan." He ignored me. Walter quietly removed the company badge from his shirt. Then he reached into his locker. He took out an old cardboard box. Inside were family photos. A coffee mug. A worn baseball cap. 20 years of memories fit into one small box. Before leaving, he looked at Nathan. His voice was calm. "You still have time." Nathan frowned. "Time for what?" Walter smiled. "To tell the truth." Nathan laughed. "I have nothing to hide." Walter nodded once. "I hope that's true." Then he walked out of the building. Nobody applauded. Nobody moved. The room felt strangely empty. That evening, I asked Nathan why he had done it. He was acting suspiciously. He was a janitor. He was always where he shouldn't be. "You mean cleaning offices?" Nathan looked irritated. "You don't understand business." I didn't argue. But something about Walter's last words stayed with me. "You still have time to tell the truth." 3 days later, at exactly 8:17 in the morning, black SUVs surrounded Brooks Dynamics. Dozens of FBI agents entered the building. Employees began screaming. Someone pulled the fire alarm. I watched through my office window as agents walked straight past the reception desk. They weren't looking for Walter. They weren't looking for company files. They already knew exactly where they were going. One agent stopped outside Nathan's office. He opened the door, looked directly at my husband, then said 5 words that froze everyone in the building. "Nathan Brooks, you're under arrest." The entire building froze. No one moved. No one spoke. I watched 2 FBI agents place handcuffs on Nathan as every employee stared in disbelief. "There has to be a mistake," I said. One of the agents looked at me. "Mrs. Brooks?" I nodded. "I'm Special Agent Ryan Miller. We have a federal warrant." Nathan finally spoke. "This is ridiculous. You have the wrong person." Agent Miller didn't react. "You can explain that downtown." Nathan looked at me. "Olivia. Call my lawyer. I'll be home tonight." I wanted to believe him. I really did. But something inside me told me this wasn't a misunderstanding. The agents escorted Nathan through the lobby. Employees stepped aside. Some looked shocked. Others almost relieved. That was the first thing that bothered me. Why weren't they surprised? The second thing happened 5 minutes later. A young woman from accounting approached me. She looked nervous. "Mrs. Brooks, can I tell you something?" "Of course." She glanced around to make sure nobody was listening. "Mr. Walter. What about him? He told us this would happen." I frowned. "What do you mean?" "Yesterday," he said. She swallowed. "By Friday, the truth will finally come out." Cold chills ran down my back. "Did he explain?" She shook her head. "No. He only smiled." I left the office immediately. I drove across San Diego looking for Walter. His apartment. Empty. The diner where he ate breakfast every morning. Nobody had seen him. Finally, I returned to the company. The parking garage was almost empty. Only one black SUV remained. Agent Miller was standing beside it. He noticed me. "Looking for Walter?" I stopped. "You know him?" He smiled slightly. "Very well." My heart started racing. "Who is he?" The agent studied my face for several seconds. Then he opened the rear door of the SUV. Inside was a thick file. Across the front, in large red letters, were the words, "Confidential." He removed one photograph. It showed Walter. But he wasn't wearing janitor's clothes. He was wearing a dark blue suit. Standing beside 2 men with FBI badges. I looked at Agent Miller. "I don't understand." "Mrs. Brooks." He slowly took a deep breath. "The man you knew as Walter has never worked as a janitor." My mind went blank. "What?" "His real name is Walter Hayes. He has been an undercover federal investigator for the last 23 years. I stared at the photograph. "No. For the past 11 months. Agent Miller continued. "He's been working inside your husband's company." I couldn't breathe. "Are you telling me the janitor was FBI?" Agent Miller nodded. "He wasn't cleaning offices. He was collecting evidence." My legs felt weak. "What evidence?" He looked toward the company building. "Evidence against Nathan Brooks." I immediately shook my head. "My husband isn't a criminal." Agent Miller didn't argue. Instead, he handed me another photograph. It showed Nathan. Late at night. Inside his office. Across the desk from him sat someone I recognized instantly. My younger brother. Ethan. The file slipped from my hands. "What is my brother doing there?" Agent Miller's expression turned serious. "That's exactly what we're trying to find out." At that moment, my phone rang. It was Ethan. The first words out of his mouth made my blood run cold. "Olivia. You need to leave San Diego. Right now." I answered immediately. "Ethan, what are you talking about?" His voice was shaking. "You can't go home." "Why?" "Just trust me." "No. I stepped away from the FBI agents. I just saw a picture of you in Nathan's office. Silence. Ethan? I can explain. Then explain. Not over the phone. My heart started pounding. Were you working with Nathan? No. Were you helping the FBI? Another long pause. I can't answer that. My stomach dropped. Where are you? I'll send you an address. The call ended. Seconds later, a message appeared. An old marina on the edge of San Diego Harbor. I looked at Agent Miller. I need to go. He didn't try to stop me. Instead, he said something unexpected. If you're meeting Ethan, don't let him leave. What? We've been looking for him since this morning. I froze. Why? Agent Miller's expression remained unreadable. Because your brother isn't just a witness. He's part of this investigation. I drove to the marina as fast as I could. The place was almost empty. Only a few fishing boats rocked quietly against the docks. Ethan stood alone near the water. He looked exhausted. He hadn't shaved in days. The moment he saw me, he hugged me. I'm sorry. I pushed him back. For what? For getting you involved. Involved in what? He looked around before speaking. Nathan isn't who you think he is. I crossed my arms. The FBI already told me that. No. He shook his head. They only know half the truth. My pulse quickened. What are you talking about? Ethan reached into his backpack. He removed a small flash drive. I've been collecting evidence for almost a year. I stared at him. You've been spying on my husband? I've been trying to stop him. He handed me the drive. Everything is here. Financial records. Hidden accounts. Encrypted emails. But there's one file you need to watch first. I looked down at the flash drive. Why me? Because if anything happens to me, you're the only person Nathan will never suspect. Before I could answer, a black SUV sped into the parking lot. Two men jumped out. Neither of them wore FBI jackets. One pointed directly at Ethan. There he is. Ethan's face turned white. They found me. He grabbed my arm. Run. What about you? Go. The first gunshot echoed across the marina. Glass exploded behind us. Someone wasn't trying to arrest Ethan. Someone was trying to silence him forever. The gunshot echoed across the marina. I froze. Ethan grabbed my arm and pulled me behind a parked truck. Move. Another shot shattered the driver's side window. Glass exploded across the pavement. My heart pounded so hard I could barely hear anything else. Who are they? I shouted. I don't know. He looked toward the parking lot. But they aren't FBI. The two men were running straight toward us. One of them yelled, "Take the drive." The flash drive. That was what they wanted. Not Ethan. Not me. The evidence. Ethan pushed the drive into my hand. Hide it. What? If they find it? Everything is over. I shoved it into my jacket pocket. Seconds later, police sirens filled the air. The two men stopped. One looked back toward the street. Forget it. They jumped into the SUV and sped away. Within moments, 3 police cars surrounded the marina. Agent Miller climbed out of the first vehicle. He looked at Ethan. Then at me. Is everyone okay? Ethan nodded. They were after the drive. Agent Miller's expression changed immediately. You have it? I instinctively stepped back. No. He frowned. What? I don't know who I can trust. Silence. Even Ethan looked surprised. Agent Miller slowly raised both hands. I understand. But if Nathan's people get that drive first, this investigation is finished. Before I could answer, Ethan spoke. She's right. Agent Miller turned toward him. There are leaks. The agent didn't respond. Ethan continued. Someone inside your own task force has been warning Nathan for months. The words hit harder than the gunshots. What are you saying? Agent Miller asked. I'm saying. Nathan always knew when you were getting close. Nobody spoke. Then Agent Miller quietly said. That would explain everything. He looked at me. Mrs. Brooks. Take the drive. Don't tell anyone where it is. Not even me. I stared at him. You trust me that much? He shook his head. No. I trust Walter. What does Walter have to do with this? Agent Miller smiled for the first time. He was the one who chose you. I frowned. Why? Because after 11 months inside Brooks Dynamics, he concluded there was only one innocent person in that company. He looked directly into my eyes. You. At that moment, my phone vibrated. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. Then a text appeared. Don't trust the FBI. A second message arrived. Look inside Nathan's desk before they do. I looked up at Ethan. I think someone else knows about the drive. Then the third message appeared. Only 4 words. Walter isn't who. The message disappeared before I could finish reading it. I stared at my phone. What is it? Ethan asked. I showed him the screen. He frowned. Someone deleted the message. Can they do that? If they have access to the phone that sent it. Agent Miller stepped closer. Let me see. I locked the screen. No. He looked surprised. I don't know who to trust anymore. He nodded. I understand. For the first time that day, I believed him. Ethan looked at me. The second message. What about it? It said to check Nathan's desk. I immediately knew why. Nathan never let anyone touch his office. Not even me. If there was a secret, it would be there. 30 minutes later, the FBI escorted us back to Brooks Dynamics. The building was almost empty. Yellow evidence tape covered the entrance. Employees had already gone home. Agent Miller unlocked Nathan's office. Nothing looked different. The family photo on his desk. The expensive leather chair. The awards covering the wall. It looked like any successful CEO's office. Until Ethan walked straight to the bookshelf. What are you doing? I asked. Nathan never read these books. He pulled one from the shelf. Nothing. Then another. Still nothing. Finally, he removed a thick law book. A quiet click echoed through the office. My eyes widened. The bookshelf moved. Only a few inches. Behind it, a hidden safe. Agent Miller looked genuinely surprised. We never found this. Ethan smiled bitterly. Because Nathan designed this office himself. The agent examined the keypad. It's locked. I looked around the room. Nathan used birthdays for everything. His laptop password. His alarm code. His office entry. Without thinking, I typed Liam's birthday. Wrong. I tried Nathan's birthday. Wrong. Our wedding date. Nothing. Then I remembered something strange. Every year, Nathan celebrated one specific day more than his own birthday. The day Brooks Dynamics was founded. I entered the date. The safe clicked open. Nobody moved. Inside were stacks of cash. Several passports. 3 different cell phones. And one black folder marked Project Falcon. Agent Miller carefully opened it. The first page made him stop breathing. Oh. He slowly looked at me. This changes everything. What is it? He turned the folder toward us. It wasn't financial fraud. It wasn't tax evasion. It wasn't money laundering. It was a list. Dozens of names. Government agencies. Military contractors. Technology companies. Beside each name, a payment amount. At the bottom of the page was one sentence. Confirmed buyers of classified software. Ethan stepped backward. Nathan wasn't stealing money. Agent Miller nodded. He was selling classified government cybersecurity systems. The room became silent. Brooks Dynamics wasn't just a technology company. It was part of a national security investigation. Then another agent rushed into the office. Sir. Agent Miller turned. What happened? We found Walter. Everyone froze. Is he okay? I asked. The agent's face answered before he spoke. They found him. He swallowed. But he didn't survive. The black folder slipped from my hands. Walter was dead. And suddenly, I realized there was no one left who knew the entire truth. Nobody spoke. Walter was dead. The one man who seemed to know everything was gone. Agent Miller immediately grabbed his phone. Where was he found? The young agent answered quietly. An abandoned warehouse near the harbor. When? Less than an hour ago. Ethan looked at me. That's impossible. What do you mean? I talked to Walter yesterday. The room turned silent again. Agent Miller frowned. You what? Ethan nodded. He told me if anything happened to him, I should never let Nathan get Project Falcon. Agent Miller stared at him. You never reported that? I didn't know who to trust. Before anyone could answer, another FBI agent rushed into the office carrying a small evidence bag. Sir. We found this in Walter's jacket. Inside the bag was an old silver key. Nothing else. No wallet. No phone. Just a key. Attached to it was a tiny handwritten note. For Olivia. I looked at Agent Miller. For me? He carefully handed me the evidence bag. Looks that way. I turned the key over. A number was engraved on one side. 317. Ethan immediately recognized it. Safety deposit box. At First Pacific Bank. Agent Miller nodded. Let's go. Less than an hour later, we entered the bank. The manager was already waiting. After seeing the FBI credentials, she led us into the underground vault. Box 317. She inserted one key. I inserted Walter's. The lock clicked. Inside the box wasn't money. There wasn't any jewelry. Only a sealed envelope. And a small video recorder. Across the envelope, in black ink, were 6 words. Open only if I die. Nobody said a word. My hands shook as I opened it. Inside was a single letter. The first line made my heart stop. Olivia, if you're reading this, then Nathan finally realized who I really was. I kept reading. Everything you've been told is only half the truth. Nathan didn't create Project Falcon. He stole it. I looked at Agent Miller. His face had gone pale. Walter continued. The real mastermind has been sitting beside you from the very beginning. Ethan stepped closer. Who? I reached for the video recorder. There was only one file. I pressed play. Walter appeared on the screen. He looked tired, but calm. If this video exists, I'm already dead. He paused, then looked directly into the camera. Olivia, the person you trust the most, is the person who betrayed all of you. The screen went black. Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. Then Agent Miller's phone rang. He answered immediately. After only a few seconds, the color disappeared from his face. What happened? I asked. He slowly lowered the phone. Nathan escaped. The room fell silent. Then he added one more sentence. And he's coming here. Nobody said a word. Nathan had escaped. And according to the FBI, he was coming straight to the bank. Move! Agent Miller shouted. Within seconds, agents surrounded the building. Customers were rushed outside. The bank went into lockdown. I still held Walter's letter in my hands. One sentence wouldn't leave my mind. The person you trust the most is the person who betrayed all of you. Who was Walter talking about? Nathan? That seemed too obvious. Ethan? No. Walter would never leave a message just to tell me something I already suspected. Agent Miller looked at me. We have to leave. I nodded. Then something caught my attention. Walter's video recorder. The screen was still on. A small notification appeared in the corner. File 1 of 2. I frowned. There are 2 videos. What? Ethan picked up the recorder. I only played the first one. He pressed the menu button. A second file appeared. Locked. Password protected. Agent Miller looked at the screen. Can you open it? I suddenly remembered the silver key. The number engraved on it. 317. I entered the numbers. Wrong. Ethan thought for a moment. Walter always said every answer was hiding in plain sight. He looked at the envelope. Then at the key again. The key isn't the password. It's the box. I searched through Walter's letter once more. Near the bottom, one sentence had been underlined. Trust the date everything began. Everything began. The company. I entered the founding date of Brooks Dynamics. The screen unlocked. Walter appeared again. This time, he looked directly into the camera. If you're watching this, Nathan has already been arrested. He smiled sadly. But he isn't the leader. My heart stopped. There is someone above him. Walter slowly lifted a photograph. The moment I saw it, I couldn't breathe. It wasn't Nathan. It wasn't Ethan. It wasn't anyone from the company. It was Special Agent Ryan Miller. The room froze. Walter's recorded voice continued. Ryan Miller has been feeding information to Nathan for almost 2 years. I instinctively stepped backward. Agent Miller's face didn't change. He simply stared at the screen. Walter spoke one final sentence. If Ryan is standing beside you, run. For 1 second. Nobody moved. Then Agent Miller quietly reached inside his jacket. Every FBI agent in the room pointed their weapons at him. Instead of pulling out his badge, he pulled out a handgun. I was hoping, he said calmly. Walter would never record that second video. The bank exploded into chaos. The bank erupted into chaos. Drop the weapon, an FBI agent shouted. Ryan Miller smiled. You really think I'm leaving here alone? He grabbed me by the arm and pressed the gun against my side. Everybody back. No one moved. Ethan took one step forward. Ryan immediately pointed the gun at him. Not another step. The room fell silent. Ryan looked at me. You know what the funniest part is? I didn't answer. Your husband was never supposed to be the mastermind. I frowned. What? Nathan was useful. He built the software. He signed the contracts. But he was never in charge. Ryan laughed quietly. I was. Every agent in the room stared at him. For 6 years, Ryan continued, I sold classified cybersecurity systems to foreign buyers. Whenever the FBI got close, I simply redirected the investigation. He looked toward Ethan. Walter figured it out. So I had him eliminated. Ethan lunged forward. Ryan fired. The bullet struck Ethan in the shoulder. He crashed to the floor. Ethan! I screamed. Ryan tightened his grip on me. Open the emergency exit. No one moved. I said now. One of the agents slowly unlocked the rear door. Ryan began pulling me toward it. Then I remembered something. Walter's flash drive. It was still inside my jacket. Without looking down, I pulled it out. Ryan noticed too late. No. I threw it across the room. Agent Carter caught it. Ryan fired again. The shot missed. Every FBI agent opened fire at the same moment. Ryan staggered backward. His gun slipped from his hand. Seconds later, he was on the ground in handcuffs. The room fell silent. An ambulance arrived within minutes. Ethan survived. The bullet had passed cleanly through his shoulder. 2 months later, the investigation officially ended. Nathan accepted a plea deal. He admitted his role in the conspiracy and testified against Ryan Miller. Ryan was sentenced to multiple life terms in federal prison. The stolen government software was recovered. Walter Hayes received the Director's Medal of Honor posthumously. His real identity was finally made public. He had spent 23 years undercover protecting people who would never know his name. A year later, Brooks Dynamics no longer existed. The company was dissolved. I sold every remaining asset and started over. Not because I wanted to forget. Because I wanted a life built on truth instead of lies. Sometimes I still think about Walter. The quiet old janitor who greeted everyone with a smile. The man everyone ignored. The man everyone underestimated. In the end, he wasn't the weakest person in the building. He was the bravest. And I finally understood why he smiled the day Nathan fired him. He already knew the truth was about to win. The end.